Well, hello everybody. This is going to be my first trial on Quarm. I did do an initial setup and set up all the screens and everything, so it was a lot of work, but I've got it up and running now. This is not going to be... Oh, I got to create a character first. There we go. So let's create something. Now, I heard some good things about the way Quarm works. I'll have to confirm that. It's about like the experience gain with pets. And I really like how you can see the damage you do on dots. So, that really changes things for me. So I thought maybe I can do Necromancer and just check it out, see how things work before I get really serious about any kind of playthrough. So of course, this is going to be a practice run, nothing serious. Let's go ahead and throw an intelligence in there, and we don't need dexterity. People say life. I'm gonna go strength. So anyways, I'm gonna try a human character. I've got the old models going, so that's the way I like it. All right, we're gonna see if this works out. I can pick either of these. I'll just do Plague Bringers. I think that's Kinos. Yes, and you can, I like this, how you can select the towns. You can see I can only play Kinos with this type of deity worship. And the overhead map looks really cool. You've got this moon area. I guess that's Lucelin or Luklin. Calithin, Cabalus. Very cool. And you can see Kinos, it doesn't seem like it's isolated, but it really is. The only more isolated place I can think of would be Tox Forest area, Irden. Let's see if it works. So it's saying this race, class, deity combination is of high difficulty. I don't know if I agree with that. We'll see. And it worked. So my name is Cadfile, just as a placeholder name. I like the name Cadfile. I don't want to play with the female character, but again, it's just a placeholder. So I did install Zil, but then, of course, when you create a new character, it throws all this stuff wacky. There's my map. I won't need it for Kinos area, so I'm actually going to minimize it for now. I know my way around. We don't need the help screen. And to start out, let's see what kind of spells I have. Usually you don't start out with a pet spell. And it takes forever to memorize these spells. So, okay, I've got the very initial setup. Since I am going to be Necromancer, it makes total sense for me to go ahead and do these Newbie quests. So I need spells before I run and turn in my items here. I like how you start out with 20 food and 20 drink. That's really cool. Also, the ability to turn up the gamma way up. I love that. So the overhead map, that's perfect. The camera issue, I have problems I haven't solved yet. So when I'm first person view, I can't use my right mouse to look up and down. So I have to zoom out to do that. Not a major issue. I'm sure there's a solution available. I just have to learn how to, fix everything to my liking. I do like this overhead display of hit points in the bar. And everything else looks pretty cool. I mean, no complaints. I would like to, I've seen some people have enhanced spell gem slots. So I have right now only 8. If I can expand that to like 12 or so, that would be the dream for me. So as I start out, I'm just going to run and do this Newbie quest. It's a fetch and retrieve quest. Very easy to do, and it's a quick way to get some easy, quick cash. Let's check it out, how it compares to P99 right now. So all you have to do on this is jump down in the water. And again, it's an issue. I can't look up and down when I'm first person, so I have to zoom out. So we just get the tackle box. So I can do it like this. That's not too bad. See, it just won't aim upwards. So you have to zoom out to kind of use the mouse to steer yourself vertically. So I've got the experience bar right here. You can see I've got 20 hit points. It's very low. I can't find my mana. AC, hit points, mana is not displayed for some reason. But anyways, let's turn this in and let's see how much experience I get. Oh yeah, it almost gave me a full yellow bar and I got the dress. For coins, it gave me 3 copper. Let's go ahead and turn it in and see what the next leg of this quest will give me. That was good XP. I can get to level 2 before I even leave town. The main thing I want from this is money so I can get a spell. But I know there's a reward turn-in that you can possibly get a spell. So we come over here to Tom Fire Pride. Give him the dress. All right, it said 3 copper, 2 silver, and 1 gold. That was really good. And the experience, look at that. I'm almost halfway through level 1. So the final part of this quest, you have to go down in here and turn it in. This is a great way to get to level 2 and get your couple spells before you even leave and fight anything. So the point of this video is just to do initial impressions. So far, I've got a pretty good impression of this. It seems like the lighting issue is nice. The quality of life features are all there. Some things seem a little less stable than P99. P99's been around for a long time, and you know, I get a lot of crashes on P99 as well, so I can't knock Quarm for crashes, but I initially had a lot of crashes, and then once I installed the Zilth file, it seemed to fix most things. So I do have this message that shows you're running an older version of the client. Please run a patcher. I have not done that. If that's creating any problems, I would like to hear about it. So the skeleton models are not the models I'm used to seeing, but that's not a major complaint. So as we come in here, we just zoom past all these people and come back to this back room here. I'll turn in my newbie thing, but we'll see what kind of reward I get. I like how there's no pet standing in front of him. I always had that issue on P99 green. Here we go. So it says I gain experience with a bonus. I don't know what this bonus is from. No complaints about getting a bonus. And look how close I am. I am almost to level 2 and it gave me patchwork boots. I can't wear those. So again, that's something I can sell. I got faction with that. Sell the boots. It says they sell for 1 gold, 3 silver. So we already have enough right now to buy some spells. I'm going to do this one more time to get to level 2. And then we'll pick up a couple spells before I leave town. So I'll just grab the first tackle box and repeat. So what I do notice, again, I wanted to point out as it happened, that you zone very quickly in this server. The zoning happens like within a couple seconds. A couple of the lighting issues you can see here, a little wonky. Coming down to get my second round. I really can't figure out how to steer up and down. There's ways to fix it, I know for a fact. So swimming is going up pretty quickly here. You see 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a fast skill gain. I don't know if I just got lucky. So here it is, turning it again. Let's see if I get better loots. This time it gave me 6 copper. I am very close to leveling. Two gold, 7 copper, 7 silver, 2 copper, and I leveled up. So you can see my hit points increased from 20 to 35. Not a major jump, but this is going to make it easier when I leave town for the first time and fight. Alright, you want to see how quickly I zone through? 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1. So just under 3 seconds I zoned. We'll pick up spells. I'll try to see if I can buy any of my level 4 spells. I believe that's when I get my better pet. It's been giving me really good loot rewards, so possibly I can buy my next set of spells. I want Disease Cloud before I leave town. That's your lowest level dot. So we give him the last dress. Alright, we got a ring this time. It's called Rat-Shaped Ring. It can be worn by Warrior, Cleric, Paladin, and Shadow Knight. So I can't use it. It's got 0 value to it. 1 copper. I was hoping for something else. Well, since I'm down here, let's go ahead and turn it. So the character I need to turn it into is named Lyris Moonbane. That's not this guy. It's over here. I like how the Reaper pet that they usually have on P99 is not here, because it was always in the way, but it gave good ambience, you know, the vibes. So I've got my first piece of gear. Dark stained purple robe. It gives me 2 AC. Whatever. Here's where we can buy our spells. I'll look through them. So first I'm going to buy Sense the Dead so I can get bone chips. I'm going to buy my first pet spell, Cavorting Bones. Cold Light, level 1. I might buy it. There's Disease Cloud. That's the main one I want. I like how it tells you right here, the recast time and the cast time. It tells you all the info. Very nice. So it tells you it's a single target, 30 ticks at level 1. Wow, all this information's here. So 60 ticks at level 2, and it does takes 1 point away each tick. It decreases hit points initially by 5, so it does. This is really good. I like this. Now, we've got a level 1 spell here. I already got that one. Life Tap, I already got that one. So let's see what Life Tap tells us about the spell. Increases hit points by 3 at level 1. So I'm already level 2, so it might even do 4 damage. And then I think it heals me some, but it doesn't tell you about that. Okay, cool stuff. I like how it tells you all these informations. Locate Corpse, Siphon Strength. Level 1 spell. We're down to 1 gold, so I guess I should buy Reclaim Energy. No. Endure Cold. No, that's not really interesting. Fear. Clinging Darkness. So we're already at level 4 spells. You can tell you it costs 4 gold. So let's just go out of town right now and start working on it. I don't need to train up any skills. So I forgot to buy Disease Cloud. One more trip down here. I thought about it. So someone was telling me about the differences on for bards on Quarm versus P99. One thing I heard is that you only have to do, well, just going back to pets, that you only have to just do some damage and you get full XP for kills, no matter how much damage your pet does. If anyone can confirm that. Wow, I don't know what he's doing down here. And then the other thing for, goodness, what was I gonna say? Okay, this time as I turned it in, I got a rat's foot necklace is my loot. Used by all races, all classes. Takes away charisma, gives me 2 hit points. I guess it's worth using. Barely. I guess. So I'm just going to point out some difference I noticed here. The spell Poison Bolt, when I look down at the stats for it, it says duration 7 ticks at level 2. 42 seconds. And so on P99, it's not nearly as good as that. It only lasts 2 ticks with initial burst damage. Well, I made it out of town, so it's night, and you can still see pretty well right now. Let's check the hit points. I'm going to give myself minor shielding. It goes 37. To 44. I can't do Cavorting Bones. Let's actually do Sense the Dead so I can find some bone chips. So you can see some of the lighting issues here. I noticed when a previous came out here, Fippy was doing laps. I mean, he was just like one after the other. So if you look at all these things out here, there's a blue con. Snakes are blue. And speaking of Fippy, here he comes. Somewhere. Ah, skeleton. Okay, we got an even con skeleton. I'm going to start out by doing a life tap. Now, you should see damage right above skeleton. Too far away to do it. Let's try it again. Look at the animation. It's weird. I don't know how they redid the animation for skeletons. That's some of the coolest animations in Classic. So it's not showing the damage above them. Earlier I had that fixed where it was. Okay, so now I can make maybe a pet. Do I need 2 bone chips? I need to fix the spell effect. Oh, check him out. He's tiny. All right, let's see if he can handle it. Now I need a pet window. Here we go. So I would like tips on how to get this stuff kind of optimized better for my liking. Things you see I can be improving on. I want to... Now let's see. I'm not going to do any damage here. Do 1 damage. So I need to change the color of my attacks. I need a backpack ASAP. I couldn't remember what I was going to say. Scatterbrained. Whoa, Fippy just kind of runs around everywhere. He's red. Darn it. Don't want to lose my pet. Follow me. Run for your life, dude. Stupid Fippy. Lost my pet. Damn it. So Fippy on this server doesn't charge the gate. He just runs around the newbie yard like a fool. Get him, guys. Slash that punk. Lost my pet. I'll probably level so quick that I'll be on my 2nd level pet soon. And again, the fonts are all messed up. I can barely see that dark blue font. Nice, 2 bone chips. So when you do options, you can pull up the ZIL options. So different things like classic names, tell windows, I'd like that. Have this limited to 60 frames per second. Left click consider, control context menus. So you can reduce the amount of fizzle messages and missed notes. I don't want to hear you see all that. Bunch of different things here. Transparent cats. So when you do live tap, it suppresses a message of saying, ah, I feel better. I'll leave that on. Lots of different options here. Okay, so I messed around with a couple things here. I've got Disease Cloud working now, or at least I put it up. So that's an even con fight. Let's go ahead and get some distance and try it out. So we'll try Disease Cloud on this one. Seems to work much better. See, it says 5 damage, and now he's taking 1 damage. And so already on Project 1999, it would have worn off by now. I've changed the colors now, and every time I get hit, it's red. Every time our dot spells are doing damage here. So what I'm not seeing now is damage displayed kind of like a floating number. I can fix that. This is so much easier with the dot lasting forever. God, I like that. And now we're out of space here, so I'm already... See how close I am to leveling. I would like to get to the point where I got 2 dots active at the same time. So here's the yellow con. Now if I summon a pet first, I'll try to see if I can do a yellow con kill. So I would like anybody who knows how to get a UI where I can expand this number of gem slots on the left of my screen where the mouse is. If you can make this longer, if there's any way, let me know. That's one of the major complaints I have. I could open up a slot by memorizing this spell too. Let's do that. Okie doke. All right, the Clicknicks are red con. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I don't like these new skeletons. I wanted to have the old skeletons back. Okay, see, I got the damage. You can see the damage above their heads now. Very cool. I'll just do Disease Cloud to help them out. Disease Cloud. Let the pet do the rest. Looks like he's out of range now. Oh, there's a yellow con. Let's have us both do a little quick seating, and then I'm going to try to take out this whiskered bat. So this is a yellow con kill. Should give us a ton of XP. Have to make sure the pet's ready, and then I'm ready. You can see when he's gaining life. See that percentage right above his head? 6%. Cool. Dang that Fippy. Here he comes. He's yellow con. I need to give myself shielding first. I'm trying to attack him right now. He's running. Dang, he went right for the gates. So my character name says X here. I need to fix that. I don't know what I did wrong there. I don't know where my pet's at. He didn't come follow me. There he is. So yeah, I need to get this fixed. I don't like these weird skeletons. Minor complaint right now, but I don't like it. It can tell you, this is nice, so I like this. I've noticed that when the effects are up here, it tells you exactly how long you have of the buff left. Wow. That is nice. So, Yeah, what else do I need to know about the server? Look, he's holding aggro so well already. How's he holding aggro? All right. Take it away. I'll do one spell just so I make sure I get some XP. The rest of it, I can just sit down and relax. What if I let the pet do everything? I should sit and test it out. Can you guys confirm, though, that even if the pet does more than half the life damage, I get full XP? It's just so easy. There's Fippy. Now, you can tell, see, this one is red, the last one was yellow, so they're not all the same levels. And this right here is a yellow con, so I'm going to try for it. I just need a little more experience, mana to do it. I like this disease cloud. It lasts a long time. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stand up and start the fight with Disease Cloud. Send the pet in. So here's me fighting yellow cons at level 2. All right, I recovered some life. Let's see what the pet can do. I have to jump back in. Yes, we got him. Oh no, there's a null there. Dang it. Sweet. Overall, I say this is very user-friendly. It's very noob-friendly. If I was going to come play Everquest for the first time, installing Quarm was easy. Optimizing it was difficult. There's a lot of things you have to do once you actually have the game installed. So I spent more time reading up on how to do that, the user interface, all these fixes, all these quality of life stuff. So it's not all built in right away. You have to actually put Zill in there. I don't know, it's difficult, but not much more difficult than P99 is. I'd say P99 installation is more difficult, but once you have it set up, you're kind of good to go. Unlike this one, there was a lot of messing around. All right, we have Fippy. I don't know if I can take him out. You can almost farm Fippy. Just wait there. He's going to run by every, 2 minutes. All right, once again, we're going to do this whiskered bat thing. Same way. Disease Cloud. So Disease Cloud will stay on. I can just keep casting this one. Ooh, he's beating me. Dude, he's beating me bad. I don't know if the pet's going to even be able to handle it. Ah, the pet died. So I had a pretty good experience right now. Looking forward to trying it as this necro gets a little higher, just to kind of test and see how this works. Now that I know that, if you guys can confirm that you get full XP with only doing 1 damage. There's Fippy again. Dude, look how fast he respawns. God. I might actually... The Magician actually sounds kind of promising at that point. I love how you can see the dot damage. This makes everything change for me. This and the experience with the pet was major issues with me. I know it didn't bother a lot of people, but I have to see how much damage my dots are doing. Especially if I'm doing multiple dots, I want to know that they're all landing. That's a huge deal for me. So this opens up like playing a pet class, Necro, Magician, so much better now. So anyways, I'm going to upload this video and let me know your thoughts on this. It's pretty fun.